The NBA playoffs are here and I'm hyped, mainly because my team, the Oklahoma City Thunder, we're good. And we actually might win the finals. This is a great time to be a sports fan. Sports are just better when your favorite team is good. But I made a video last year predicting the playoffs, and I'm going to be doing it again this year. We start off in the first round, obviously, Cavs against the winner of the Hawks, Bulls, or Heat. This is the one thing I don't like about the plan. I don't know who's playing who. Hopefully it's the Bulls. My boy Josh Giddey is on the team and he's balling out for them. I'm so happy for him. But whoever the Cavs play, it doesn't matter. They're going to sweep them. The Cavs, even though they're 64-18, are somehow one of the most underrated 60-plus win teams I've ever seen. The 4 or 5 matchup is the Pacers and Bucks, a rematch of last year where the Pacers beat the Bucks in 6 games. I think the Bucks will be a little more motivated this time around, but if they don't have Dame, I have the Pacers winning. I know Giannis is kind of on his 2018 LeBron run right now, and I think he can continue that, but this Bucks team is just, it's such a shell of itself than it was, in 2021, 22, 23, all that. It is such a shell of a team now. It's really sad to see, but I have the Pacers winning this one. Knicks and Pistons, I think the Knicks will actually win this one. They just have a better starting 5. The depth is a different question, but I'm going to let my bias slip in here, and I'm really going to pick the Pistons. They're the best underdog story in basketball this season, and I just love watching them play. They have a great brand of basketball, a perfect brand of basketball for Detroit, and just seeing Cade play, seeing, guys like Isaiah Stewart, it's such a fun team to root for, and I'm just going to take the Pistons here in round 1 to beat the Knicks. And to end things off, we have the Celtics and Magic. The Magic really only have Paulo and Franz and Suggs if he's healthy, and besides that, Celtics just outmatch the Magic in every other way. I think it's going to be a sweep in this series. Second round games in the East, we have the Cavs and the Pacers. This would also be a very fun series to watch, and I have the Cavs on this one. Again, just the Cavs are they've been so dominant all season long. They have a great team. It makes me so upset how no one is talking about them. I think it's because, Mitchell and Mobley aren't like, the Shays and the Jokic's and Lucas of the world, but they're still really good players. I don't know, I'm kind of rambling right now. It just makes me mad how no one talks about how good this Cavs team is. And the Pistons Cinderella run ends to the hands of the Boston Celtics. The Celtics are just way too good of a team. Simply put, I'm rooting for the Pistons though. Before we get into my Eastern Conference Finals prediction, I'm going to be going over my Western Conference predictions for the first and second round. Reason I'm not doing the Eastern Conference Final yet is because it's paired with my Western Conference Final prediction, so that's just kind of why. We can start with the Thunder versus the winner of the Grizzlies. It's most likely going to be the Grizzlies or the Kings or Mavericks, and I think if they play the Grizzlies, it's obviously going to be way tougher, but I think the Thunder have it in the bag against whoever they play. I think the Nuggets will beat the Clippers. I think with some of that championship DNA in Jokic and Jamal Murray, I just don't see the Nuggets losing in the first round with guys like them. But, I mean, you never know. The Clippers have guys like Kawhi and James Harden, and Zubac has turned into a top 5 big in the league, and you have Norman Powell as well. It's a very good team, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did win this series, but I do have the Clippers losing. But props to them for this season, because everyone was doubting them. Not even a play-in team, most people were saying. I mean, I doubted them too, but now they are a top 5 seed in the West. Props to them. Lakers and Timberwolves, I'm really hoping the Timberwolves win this one, but you cannot doubt LeBron and Luka in the playoffs. I mean, Luka turned into an absolute monster last postseason, and yeah, he's on a different team now, but still, you cannot count out the Lakers in the postseason. I'm going to have to go with the Lakers with this one. Lastly, Rockets versus Warriors. I made this screenshot before the Warriors won yesterday, so that's why it still says Golden State Memphis, but they will be playing the Warriors, the Rockets will, and I have the Warriors winning. I know I have the Rockets, saying the Rockets in the screenshot, but thinking about it more, the Warriors just have more experience. They have Curry, they have Draymond, and they have Jimmy Butler now, and he's completely turned that team season around. And not only did you just get a all-star player, you got one of the best playoff performers this game has ever seen. So pair that with Steph Curry, I think the Warriors have a chance to go far in the postseason. Also, I love this Rockets team, but they're too young, and there's just not enough experience with them, so it makes it a little easier to go with the Warriors. Thunder and Nuggets, the battle of the guys who are down to win MVP, that made no sense, it sounded like, but it's the 2 guys who are most debated to win MVP, and again, I'm going to be a little biased, but I have the Thunder winning. Could the Nuggets win? Yeah, I mean, we don't have a lot of experience. That's everyone's biggest attack on us, is that we don't have the experience. We lack the experience, but 68 wins, the most talented, most in-depth roster in the NBA. I think we got this. Lakers, and pretend that's the Warriors there, but even if they were playing the Rockets, the Warriors, doesn't matter. I think the Lakers will win again. LeBron and Luka, that's just... I still can't believe the Mavericks traded Luka, but Luka is a different animal when it comes to the postseason, and we saw it last year. Like I said, I have the Lakers winning this one. And now we get to the conference finals predictions. This video might be a lot shorter than I realized, but we start off with the Thunder and the Lakers. Again, it might be a little biased, but I think the Thunder do beat the Lakers here. Like I said, the depth the Thunder have is absolutely insane. Shea, J-Dub, Chet, Isaiah Hartenstein, Lou Dort, and then on the bench got guys like Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, Alex Caruso, Cason Wallace, the other Jalen Williams. It is insane how much depth we have, and yeah, we could get beat by LeBron and Luka and Austin Reeves. That's a really good three-player. What? That's a really good three-player team. I don't even know what I'm saying, but those are three really good players right there, and they could take over games, especially Luka. And you know, the experience. The Lakers have the experience, but I do think the Thunder will win this one. And then the Cavs and Celtics. Even though I want the Cavs to win, I do think the Celtics do pull it out here and advance to the NBA Finals for a second straight year in a row, 3 in 4 seasons. And you know, this is an example of, I think the experience will get the best to the Cavs. I've talked about experience all video long, and I know that I have the Thunder moving on, even though they don't have the experience. But I think right here, the experience will matter. I think it'll be a 7-game series, but I do think the experience will matter here for the Celtics. And don't worry, because I think next year will be the year for the Cavs. And in the NBA Finals, I have the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Boston Celtics. When both these teams played the regular season, it was very, very close. Very, very good games, but the Thunder came out both times. But if this were to happen, I think it's a tightly contested series, all series long. But I think my Oklahoma City Thunder would win in 7 games with Shea winning the MVP. Those are my picks. Obviously, I could be wrong. Most of the time I am, but yeah, that's about it. See you.